Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master propaganda heroes like defender of the fatherland, your only sanctioned source of communist entertainment. Albeit another glorious and amazing 1v1 here on Taranto Coastline. Perhaps less magical here, but nonetheless magical. In the northeast, it is Orangepest, most orange of pests. Well, only short of a certain other orange guy. Fighting here for the British Army, the Commonwealth. Here with the 8th Infantry Division, tasked with pushing forwards here through the narrow streets of Sicily. In the south, it is Aimstrong. Yes, indeed, the one, the only Aimstrong here fighting for the German Army. Deutschland here with support from the local Bersaglieri Regiment, possibly the 10th. But otherwise fighting forwards here with the 3rd Panzergrenadier Division. So we got the Bersaglieri moving forwards with their CoH3 bolt-action rifles. In the north section moving forwards with the Enfield rifles and one Webley revolver there as well. Not quite as powerful as the one they used in World War I, which apparently was a bit of a hand cannon. North here, Sappers advancing with their Sten guns, also not so affectionately nicknamed the Plumber's Special. We got another Panzer Pioneer squad all the way here, though, for Aimstrong. Cartridge rushing forwards here rapidly on their Sunda motorbike, which actually could reverse. Fun fact there. So, more section running here for Orangepest and the British Army, the Commonwealth. We'll, of course, have to see what battle group he goes for. Combined arms, of course, on the table here for Aimstrong. Let's see, running a bit about here. There we go. Rifles being fired off here around the centre. Quickly going to fall back with the Bersaglieri in the face of this stalwart British advance. Cartridge moving towards the south here to assist the Bersaglieri versus Orangepest's Tobbies. And there you go, taking 5 self-possessions. But nice load up and heavy cover there. A bit tough here for Aimstrong's forces to dislodge there. North here, Panzer Pioneer continue the advance. We've got a second punch walking up to assist the Bersaglieri here. And the Cartridge against Orangepest push here as he continues to move forwards here. He is having none of this German nor Italian nonsense. North here, we've got a few sappers still moving about here. Section being pushed back here, taking heavy fire from Aimstrong for the glory of Il Duce. Another Bersaglieri squad out here for Aimstrong. Cartridge fixed up. As you're rushing northwards, Cartridge moving ahead, 3rd section out for Orangepest and the British Empire. Sappers moving about here, grabbing points. Could also, of course, consider seeing down some mines. Of course, it may also be that Orangepest here wants to go for some upgrades here, maybe a recce package. They could be quite powerful in the early game. Even later on, particularly with the Veterans 1 ability, there could also be an anti-tank rifle, of course, he's really planning. Or maybe he's dreaming about Bren guns. You never know. Panzer Pioneer moving about, still grabbing a lot of territory here. So far, good map control here for Aimstrong, backing off in the south here, now moving towards the north here. Cartridge raising ahead here for the German army. Spotted there by the sappers and their stun guns. Reinforcement here, another section away that looks like Orangepest is just waiting, like, to make a big push here. I mean, he could, like, try and skirmish away there with Aimstrong, but I think he's probably just figuring, like, if he doesn't, like, make a good solid push, it may not matter too much here. Or perhaps he just really wants to bully Aimstrong. It's hard to say, of course, what exactly is Orangepest's thought here. But there you go. 8th Infantry Division there. B Company has reorganised and is leading forwards here for the British Empire. North here, Bersaglieri moving about here, running up north here and popping to the building. We got Flammenwerfer for Pioneer there. Panzer Pioneer as the sappers there. Meanwhile, Orangepest moving hard here, taking advantage of the hard push here to try and get up behind the retreat path here. Bersaglieri spotted by the infantry section moving forwards there. Lee Enfields and Wet Revolver there, unleashing a hailstorm of lead on the Bersaglieri. The Carcano is falling silent in the face of the British onslaught. We got Panzer Pioneer on one flank, on the other side we got the Panzer Pioneer with the Flammenwerfer. 35 in the south, another section moving forwards there for Orangepest. We do have the bolts there for the Bersaglieri, of course increasing their squad numbers a bit here. Guessing that means the rest of the Bersaglieri regiment finally found the way forwards. We got infantry section as the Panzer Pioneer. From southern point here. Bersaglieri there all the way on the retreat here. We got tech on the way for Aimstrong. Bersaglieri running to the section here. Quickly getting a drop there. And there you go, forced back by the might of the CoH3 bolt action rifle. Panzer Pioneer around it. Going back some terrain there, actually missing there with Orangepest economy. So far, Aimstrong is just, well, off to a fairly strong start here versus his English opponent. We do have the training center up here and is adding the infantry training upgrade, which, as you might notice, provides a fair significant amount of bonuses besides just a flat experience bonus for the infantry. Can be quite potent in the right hands, I'm sure some of you might figure out there. And certainly also stacks very well with the Veterans Who Won bonus. So suddenly, the Basaglieri there are found themselves a bit matched here. Suddenly, the 8th Infantry Division there remembers a bit of its training. Oh, right, we're supposed to do it like that. Oh, silly me. But there you go, Basaglieri pushing forwards. Taking fire out in the open here. No upgrade yet on either side. But the infantry, of course, in the case of Aimstrong, he still needs 3 more command points. We're going to equip them with Braider 30s. As for Orangepest, though, well, who knows? Maybe, yeah, he's laying down mines, so there. There's Basaglieri rushing forwards. Ooh, and they're bunched up. This could be one hell of a mine here for Orangepest. And no, only 2 Basaglieri end up dropping dead there as they get a face full of shrapnel and other nasty things. Oh, Giuseppe! His head! Stale biscuits! And there you go, Cartridge, and here is the section there. Quickly falls back. It does have the Veterans 1 bonus, which allows us to mark targets there. Very handy ability, works really well with our units, obviously. Definitely a bit nasty there. As for Aimstrong, we see a straight move here for the Mechanized Company. Clearly not terrified here of any light vehicles immediately hitting him here from Orangepest and the British Army. But so far, 3rd Panzergrenadier is really just hitting hard there and not letting up. We are not seeing any tech here from Orangepest. We do, of course, get the Boers anti-tank rifle, which certainly benefits as well from all these, various abilities and upgrades. Yeah, Mechanized Company up here. We'll have to see if it actually does what Orangepest does, because I don't know if it's Orangepest, I would say, pioneered it or not, but he certainly, I think, made it more popular. But basically, what Orangepest does against British players who go for a lot of anti-tank rifles as a DAK is, it goes for the Stug 3D, as it works fairly well against them. So it would be interesting if Aimstrong is going to do the same there. I mean, who would blame him? Stugs, they're great. Section rolling up here, anti-tank rifle section moving forwards there. Yeah, Cartridge and the Veterans 1 is really good in pertaining in conjunction with other units. So, it's definitely not a bad unit to, consider getting. Got the Achtrad there, though, for Aimstrong. Section moving in here, grab Northern Fuel Point back. Again, he's, very good at, cutting off here. He could go straight for the medium fuel point, but just hitting this point, he cuts off the one there and, basically has a bigger impact. However briefly it is. So, it's actually, fairly savvy there by Aimstrong. So he can soon go for the Braider 30s, which would obviously be a very good addition here. He could also try and go for the Semavente, though there's less pressure from that. We do have tech here, though, now from Orangepest. We have the platoon command post up. Could mean Stuarts. I mean, against the Deutsches Afrikakorps, could of course start rushing out the M1340. M1340, medium tank there. Stuarts can sort of fight back against them fairly well, so could be that is exactly what Orangepest is planning here. Maybe he's not. Hard to say here. Panzer pioneering forward with the Flown Emphas. Cartridge needs to support here. Bit risky, of course, versus the anti-tank rifles. The ultimate is forced to fall back here. Don't matter how much they mark they are. And he actually cancelled the Achtrad. Went straight up here and actually moves ahead for the Stug 3D assault gun. An early model of the Stug 3. Biggest machine gun here for Orangepest to respond here to all this German aggression. But it's also worth noting, for the most part, Aimstrong's actually been able to keep Orangepest on the back foot here. Orangepest really hasn't had much time to, push forwards here, so that's actually, pretty good here by Aimstrong so far. Very good pressuring here and maneuvering here. But there you go, Sturmgeschütz 3, Ausführung D there. Adding the pin-mounted MD42 as well, they're very good. Equipped with a low velocity 75mm cannon there. Which even as the Stug got outgunned was still to usage on a variety of lighter vehicles, the 250 on half-track, 250 half-track, also mounted with any armoured cars like the 233 and the 234-3 were equipped with it. So it's only a quite handy gun if dealing with infantry and support weapons. Shoots, whiffs, But yeah, Stuke 3D is definitely one of the more popular counters currently to, you know, players going for a lot of sections, backed up with that whole machine gun, which also packs a nice punch. Berzieri here versus the section there. No choice here yet. Is he sort of torn between, you know, an M1340 and the Semaventa, or, you know, the Breda 30? Could be, could be. But it could also, you know, prove to be one of those, you know, disastrous hesitations there. Because at this point, I think just making the decision fast is like, you know, gotta be the more important part. We'll see. Meanwhile, we're still not seeing anything. Oh, we do get a 6-pounder gun here. I suspect this could signal, and particularly once you've seen the Stuke 3D, that he might kind of move straight ahead for like the bigger stuff. Far up north here, they're able to hit the fuel point there. Messing now with Aimstrong's fuel here, but of course we got the cartridge and I bet you 2 and the Panzer Pioneer, and again, that aim tracking bonus can really like leverage you into some problems here because it also works from retreating units. Meaning, you know, you actually have an increased chance occasionally getting a wipe there. Take with the cartridge and... So... Could see a wipe here on Orangepest sappers. Oh no! Anti-tank rifle took it out! They truly did want them dead. Section rounded here. Stuke fires back there. 6-pounder gun here ready. Bessie aiming forward. We do get the Breda 30s fine here for Aimstrong. Moving forward with the Stuke 3D. Quickly falls back here. 6-pounder gun lands a great hit. Punching straight for the frontal arm of the Sturmgeschütz. Falling back here rapidly for some repairs. Of course, he does have 2 Panzer Pioneer squads, so he does have the tools to, shall we say, rapidly get it fixed up. Except they're not quite in the vicinity of the Stuke. So that obviously makes it slightly tougher. You could, I suppose, go for another Stuke here soon. But arguably, also need to be careful not to extend, because that could leave him very vulnerable to like a vehicle push here, because he doesn't like have any significant anti-tank elements. Oh, just to say that, we do get a 250 half-tech with some Panzerjägers in it. Meanwhile, Orangepest from the south. Up north, though, Aimstrong hits. We got more Bredas on the way there for this Berzieri. Saps taking fire from the Breda. Section mentioned them as well here. A lot of fire, but there you go. Heavy cover versus no cover. And a quick grenade by the sound of it up here from the sappers. Breda's almost done there. Quite a bit of action here. Stuke still receiving repairs. As for Orangepest, not much else there. Can go for the Semaventa now. The Semaventa basically being the Italian equivalent to the Stuke, because they realized using that concept they could still, like, you know, make some fairly decent equipment, mounting, you know, bigger guns and, like, you know, otherwise not amazing chassis. In fact, they make an even better version sent from the gun there, that's sort of more close to an actual Stuke 3D. And they even have like 105mm gun as well there, which certainly also packed a punch, so if you fancy that. But there you go, Sturmgeschütz moving forwards. Another Stuke 3D here though for Aimstrong. So, yeah, and there we go, we do get the company command post up here, so that likely means foot guards, amongst other things. And of course tanks. Good hit from the 6-pounder gun on the Stuke 3, punching straight for their armor. South here, Panzerjägers moving in there, flanking the Vickers position there. And far up north again, just notice here again, just the way he constantly hits this fuel point to cut off the northern fuel point there from the fuel flow and just mess here with Orangepest fuel income. It's a very, you know, subtle but very smart way of doing it. So, thumbs up there to Aimstrong. Excellent play, and then really, I think, it helps ensure that he does have this, shall we say, lead here over his opponent. Grenades and Stuke shots there, wiping out the Vickers Million crew there. Second Stuke at ready. And I think he's just using the 250 half-tick as an ambulance, by all appearances. Which is definitely not the sort of usage I'd expect to see of it, but I suppose you can do it. Just keep in mind the cooldown is long. Very long. But it is, you know, noteworthy. Panzerjäger pushing southwards. So what will Aimstrong go for next here, and what will Orangepest be going for next? Well, he's got the company command post up, he's also got a lot of many reinforcements and healing, well, mostly healing, really. So will it be foot guards, will it be Crusaders, Matildas, Grants? We also haven't really seen any like battle group choices. Quick popping in here. It is Indian artillery to, of course, make them cheaper to reinforce. This is pretty much what like the vast majority of players go for. I mean, the Gurkhas are pretty good too, and there's also a lot of artillery stuff, but a good part of it is just cheaper reinforcements. Strook's about to get, well, theoretically flanked by the sappers, but not much they can do except for insults and tea at it.
Point is being neutralized by the enemy.
Picks up the other. Stook can heal again. So yeah, it would appear like he's just using an ambulance. Sort of a cheaper discount one. Stook pushing out the crew there of the house. Sappers pushing out in the south. We're caught here by the Breda wielding Besayeri. And there you go. Nice aggressive flank here from Orangepest. Taking advantage of this little path and the fact that currently Aimstrong is no line of sight here. Devious but effective. North here, Stook being flanked with the 6-pounder gun being forced back in the south here. Panzerjägers are waiting support here, perhaps. So there you go, flank going in here, catching suddenly Aimstrong in a bit of a tight position here. We'll need more support here, but his forces are scattered. His Vasilieri are bleeding out, and doesn't actually have a lot to support them in terms of infantry. There goes Stook arriving. Tank hunter section very quickly deciding they got other places to be when they suddenly met with 2 Stook 3Ds. Rolling headed with the Sturmgeschütze. There we go, great hit there, blowing Lewis apart. Second volley there, utterly obliterates 2 more men, leaving nothing behind. And there we go, we do actually get foot guards out here for Orangepest. He's a big fan of them after they got buffed, as they were a bit whiffy before that, but the buff certainly helped them out a fair bit. And of course, toss in the veterancy bonuses, they certainly get, you know, or infantry training, and they certainly get even better. There you go, foot guards out. Not quite as much experience, but they still benefit from the other bonuses. There you go, foot guards out here, equipped with Thompsons and a pair of bazookas. Ambulance there for Aimstrong. Guess he doesn't want to rely on the 250 half track for much longer. But the British did receive some Thompsons, but ultimately, at least at the start of the war, they actually went for the Sten gun because they literally didn't have any submachine guns. And the Americans at the start of the war really wanted a lot of money for them. And so the British just went for the cheaper option, which is like, you know, make a cheap copy based off German submachine guns. Fun fact. Stook their push back here. Foot guards moving forwards here, backed up anti-tank sections here. We'll need some serious support in there. Go Bassier moving, providing that support, and Stook utterly obliterates several souls. Here we're getting flanked with the foot guards. Several hits here, doing a fair bit of damage to the Sturmgeschütz. Grabbing the southern victory point. Sturmgeschütz in need of some repairs pretty heavily. Other half-tech rushing northwards on its own. So a bit of action going on here and there. And we get a Matilda 2 tank here by the looks of it for Orangepest. As for Aimstrong, will be next. I mean, versus the Matilda, perhaps a couple of Marders with tungsten rounds could actually prove to be quite handy. They pack a punch, they do a lot of damage, and you know, they're fairly cheap. And can actually, I think, fairly well penetrate the armor. We shall see what he actually decides on. Northy half-tick just sort of dithering about, grabbing on the field point directly now. And we got tech here. It is the Panzerarmee Kommando. And there you go, we got the Matilda 2 heavy tank out. And for those wondering, wait, doesn't mean that was a Matilda 1. And yes, there was. Basically, imagine an even slower tank with just a machine gun in the top. It was also very slow. Like, it couldn't move faster than infantry at all. That was also the intent of the infantry tanks. They're just not really meant to outpace infantry, just keep pace. Of course, they compensated by having a fair amount of armor. There you go, section going to be spotted here by the Stook. We also got quite a few mines here from both, from Aimstrong there. Nice shot there, up north here. Fighting going on here. Foot guards right by the Bastieri and the Panzer Pioneer here. Pushed them in a bit too far there. And there we go. Got rifling in for the Panzer Pioneer. Great shot. They're almost taking out the entire Panzer Pioneer squad there. Great stuff here in the south. Stook being attacked here by tank on the section. Could be supported from another Stook here. Right now, the Panzerjägers almost got wiped out. They're close call, but the Panzerpionier got wiped out. Great kills here for Orangepest. Really starting to hurt Aimstrong here, and again takes advantage just of, you know, all the gaps in the line of sight here, just again forces Matilda tank moving forward here with its 2-pounder gun. Spotting the Basaglieri.
Proximity alarm near our capture point.
Spotting the Basaglieri, pushing them back.
We shall hold reinforcements until instructed otherwise.
Blasting away there. Pop the Basaglieri on there. I imagine he thought they could repair, but you know, they can't. Yeah. They can't repair stuff. Straight to mine there with the Matilda. Blowing out the engine. Reinforcement healing here. No sign of armor yet. Not much here either. No tanks, no air support, nothing. Another mine there, pushing it down to actually roughly half health here. Almost. But it is a fairly robust tank, that's for sure. Just not the greatest started hat there to the proceedings. Meanwhile, on the south, you can see he's lining up for another push here, with the vast majority of forces being positioned here. Stug moving up here, being blasted up by bazooka fire and other fun stuff. Basaglieri halt it though. More mines in the south. Good work by the Orangepest, just mining here and there. Obviously, Aimstrong's also been pretty good at mining, so thumbs up to both players. Other Stug good to go, and it's actually half A to Veterancy 2. First or second one is closing in a Veterancy 1. Got the Panther 3 almost done there, though, for Aimstrong.
Panzer 3 on station.
Got the Basaglieri as the tank on the section south here. We got the tank hunters flanking up behind here, the Basaglieri.
We have lost the transport.
And the 250 after it gets knocked out. Not that really what's used for a lot there, besides again being an ambulance here for Aimstrong. North here, the tank hunter section caught with the Stug. Decent shot there. Nothing wildly amazing, but enough to convince the infantry section that they had better places to be. Panther arriving, taking heavy damage from the tank rifles. Being pushed back, and the south here pushed forwards as well there. And we got the anti-tank, or the Overwatch ability, not anti-tank Overwatch, thank heavens, but just regular Overwatch here from Orangepest. Also a bit overtuned at the moment, as most of the artillery ability call-ins kind of are. In fact, the version here for combined arms is actually, I think, the one that isn't particularly strong. It's kind of underwhelming, but, you know, it can't all be, you know, super amazing, just smash everything to bits abilities. Also, got to be mindful of the way it covers, in particular, opponent got the center connector lines to sort of cover the parts here as well, there, sort of inadvertently. Panther 3 receiving repairs there, the Model L. Matilda moving forward, see. Plus, it covers sort of this part of the road here as well. So. Nothing further here. Orangepest slowly pushing against Aimstrong. Aimstrong's definitely lost, I think, a better speed momentum here. Part of the Matilda tank is proving a bit tough for him to deal with, but also, you see, the Overwatch ability there is also proving to be a hell of a problem. We'll have to see, of course, what Aimstrong does next. Could he decide to, like, go for something bigger? Maybe the Stug Gs? Maybe the Panzer 4? Arders with tungsten rounds? I mean, there are quite a few choices he could make. They definitely should make some use of these upgrades. They are quite good. Until they're going at it, though, with its 2-pounder gun. Stug's moving up. Not that they can do a lot to the Matilda tank, though. Panther 3, I think, got a shot through there. Almost got the best. Yeah, there. Shot bounces off the Matilda's thick frontal armor. Another shot there. Stug taking quite a few hits up north here. The Basaglieri push for 40, backed up by one Stug. Here's the Decisive forces a bit here. There's Orangepest, who meanwhile makes a broad push in the south as well, a few sections. Looks like they're trying to flank around here. They do have mines coming up for such an eventuality. Matilda pushing forwards here. Orangepest, I think, realizing that he doesn't have tungsten rounds, so he's actually getting a bit bold with his Matilda. And there you go. Straight into a mine. Halting that push, but there's just more troops coming in here from Orangepest. And Aimstrong just lacks the reserve tree to halt this. He's even lost one Panzer Pioneer squad, has replaced it. He's also lost the Panzerjägers, so Got strafing run. He's also going for the artillery cover. Oh my. And got quick strike runs in here. I really love the effect on these strafing runs, by the way. It's absolutely bloody amazing. But that's not what we're here to talk about. That's the area routed. Matilda falling back here. Veterans 1 achieved. Very good for that one.
We can't deal with this.
Blasting away there. And the Fleeming Force repairs. Could, of course, go for another one here. He could, I suppose, also consider the Flak 36, but honestly, the terrain of Taranto Coastline makes it very difficult to use. So, probably wouldn't recommend it, honestly. Foot guards here versus the Stug. Got this Yeti occupying a nice position inside the house here. Catching the foot guards in a pretty bad position out in the open. Do get a light gun bomb there to convince them to get elsewhere, which does wonders. But only for so long. And no, looks like he's calling an artillery here in the building. There's a Yeti, need to retreat there before they get, well, squished. Oh, almost got the entire unit wiped there, and the building gets absolutely obliterated. Gave it the good old Monte Cassino treatment. And another bunch of unit up, wiped out there. Heavy blows here. We do get artillery strike here. Guess that was his own artillery car. Was that something else? I don't know, but I did wipe out the Vickers there. Or maybe they got caught up in friendly fire from his own Overwatch ability. I don't know. That's more likely, though. Got the Panther V, they're being fixed up. Still getting repairs. He probably needs to consider more Panzer Pioneers, so he needs to go for like the emergency repair kits. Second Panther 3 almost done here. But Orangepest is just very slowly coming sort of out more and more of the map here versus Aimstrong. Just very slowly but steadily. No rash moves here. Decisions are by Orangepest here versus Aimstrong. Got the foot guards moving forwards once more. Just relying so far on that one Matilda tank there. Two Panther 3s ready, supporting a push for the remaining Bazieri. Representing to the south here, meanwhile up north here though, as Aimstrong makes his southern push, Orangepest moves forward to the Matildas, but there you go. Looks like the assault in the south has caused him to call off the assault here, respond here, but there you go. Overwatch again here, and Aimstrong will have to call off the assault, unless he wants to command a lot of corpses and scrapped tanks. Oh, it's just airburst shells. Okay, that's encouraging for Aimstrong. Sword off. Got the foot guards, so they're being fired at by assault sides here by German troops and tanks. The assault's not too pretty for the foot guards, but I'm actually not neither for the best elite corps for the foot guards. Aimstrong's got like a lot of fuel. He's connecting over another Panther 3 here. Next probably with the Bastieri. Grenade could have been an option, but a bit too late for that now. Until the ones for back reserve, 6 pound gun ring about T, and still not much here though from Orangepest in terms of armor. Matilda still running forwards there, shoots and blasts some wood right into the stratosphere. Probably scaring the hell out of a couple of nearby birds. Into the 6 pound gun there. Nice shot there. Veterans 1 achieved for that one. Pantry's going forward, but the entertainers are proving to prom. There you go. Mine goes off as well, by the looks of it. Knocking out the Stug. Great kill of Orangepest. A bit of a blow there to Aimstrong at this point. Can't really afford such losses. Casualties are piling up. He has gone for tungsten though. Very important here. Of course, we've got a Crusader tank knocked out here for Orangepest. Missed that one. Definitely, I think, a crucial upgrade here. Under current circumstances. But I think Aimstrong needs to be careful like not getting sucked into this kind of battlefield here, because there's one that currently I would say favours Orangepest a fair bit. I think she's like try and drag him back to the north in that way, just deal with them as a little more well manageable way for himself. Also major repairs now, very good, very good.
Our forces are down to 200 points.
You can see there again, like, you know, technically it's not part of it, but, you know, it still gets covered somehow. So that really means like the overwatchability on this map here can be extra nasty. Section they're getting absolutely plastered with hail fire from Aimstrong's Panzers and Sturmgeschütze. Almost wiping out the entire lot. There we go. Full wipe on Orangepest there. Small win. Crusader moving forwards. Matilda supporting. Might see more Crusaders here from Orangepest soon. Foot guards from Cortex from the Panther getting blasted with the Stooks and Panther Fleece. Meanwhile, Bessieri taking the full brunt here of the Crusader tank rushing forwards here. Foot guards suffering heavy losses here. Stu gaining Veggie too, but getting flanked by the Crusader, getting stunned up as well here. Looking pretty bad there though for Aimstrong Sturmgeschütze. Could be the end of it here. As British forces of the infantry continue to push forward, got the Panther moving to support here, but it may be too late. Stu bounces a shot here, right at the right time here against Orangepest Crusader 2. Stu somehow is alive with 1 point left. Good God. Shot gets through here. Panzer Pioneer there. About to get wiped. No, he's lost all of his battery, yet he's down just 1 Panzer Pioneer squad. Good God. Like, just Orangepest is just annihilated Aimstrong's infantry. He needs to bring in more Panzer IIIs. I mean, technically, I suppose you can get away with it with, like, enough upgrades and focus on a rapid advance, but it's definitely looking a bit worrying here, though, for Aimstrong, to put it mildly. Orangepest, meanwhile, is bringing in even more foot guards because, you know, they're pretty great. You know, Panther at least defend the field putting it from any further incursions from Orangepest. Stu holding back in reserve here with the flank positions ability. Panzer Pioneer moving up. Third Panther III, they're almost ready for Aimstrong. So that's the third Panther III here. He's got like a ton of fuel though. Part of me really feels like you maybe should go for the armed reserves, at least call in something a bit punchier. Like, you know, I suspect a Panther 3, or 4 I mean, or maybe, you know, some Stu G's for the tanks and shells could do wonders for him here at this point. So that might be worth considering. Sabs there though met with the Panther Pioneer, and the results are absolute carnage. Panther diving in here, taking a lot of damage. Panther attack from the north here. Stu not quite within range here. But he's taking too much damage in the process. He got Matilda, but it's going to come at the cost of, like, you know, 2 Panther IIIs here, which is absolutely not worth it. Plus, we got 2 squads of foot guards now arriving here at this point. It does very much look like GG, and there you go. GG cold. Just going to stop here so we don't get, like, tossed out just in case. So there you go. A brutal back and forth fight here. Initially strong start for Aimstrong here. But ultimately, as the match went on there, his strong became significantly less strong and, of course, weaker. In response, Orangepest would just slowly build up his advantage and just, you know, I think also just got a bit of grip with the map there, whereas Aimstrong just, I think, you know, kept getting, you know, suckered into these kind of engagements in the south initially. I think didn't quite leverage his advantage, in particular the fuel advantage. Really, I feel like he could have strongly considered, like, you know, maybe pushing for the armored reserves. And, well, again, wouldn't necessarily say a Tiger tank, like, you know, Panzer IV or the Stug Assault Group could maybe have done wonders for him against, like, you know, some of all of, you know, the stuff here that he was delivering. Plus, the infantry losses in particular, I think, was also, like, becoming a crippling issue there for Aimstrong. Like, at this point, he had, like, no infantry left, and that made it actually difficult for him to clear out the anti-tank guns. So there were definitely issues here. So well played by Orangepest, well played by Aimstrong, but then Orangepest just, you know, sort of through there, making good use of the foot guards, and of course the anti-tank sections. I do hope they tune that down a bit further. So there you go, though. Hope you enjoyed this match. You learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell a friend, tell a family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial saying cheers, and of course, like what do, you can donate or pledge on Patreon, links in the description, and I'll, you know, consider buying the game you haven't done that, by the link in the comments. Use the code STUK30. Cheers everyone, and you're all a wonderful audience. Bye everyone!